Hello, my name is Underwater Smoking, and this is my speedrunning guide to running Clock Tower 2 The Struggle Within M Ending. Before we talk about anything, it is important that we discuss movement. 99% of this speedrun is movement, so talking about it is pretty critical. For this video demonstration, I will be using the DualShock 4 controller. However, if you use the approved emulator Midnafin, you can use the PS1 mouse. Whether you use controller or mouse is up to your personal preference. However, the movement techniques that I'm going to be showing you applies to both. Like previous entries in the Clock Tower series, Clock Tower 2 The Struggle Within is a point-and-click horror game, meaning in order to move the main character Alyssa, simply move the cursor over to your desired area and then tap the action button. But since we're speedrunning a game, we kind of want Alyssa to move a little faster. So, instead, move the cursor over to your desired area and then double tap the action button. Your speedrun should look something like this. Because this is a point-and-click game, you're very limited in terms of movement. To make Alyssa run in succession, simply mash your way through. Try to be very precise with your movement. In this case, I want to go over here where my cursor is, so I click there. However, if I slightly move the cursor up, I start going in a different direction. So try to be precise. Please note that you can only click within the game area. Let me show you what I mean. Watch as I move my cursor down to this black area right here. I am clicking and I cannot move. However, the moment I put the cursor slightly above here, I can move. To use an item, simply move your cursor above to the items window, click on the item that you want to use, and then use it for your desired effect. For this case, a key for a door. To skip any cutscene, simply enter a cutscene and then mash the skip cutscene button. In this case, it's square on the DS4 controller. Now here's something really important for your runs. We can actually manipulate the cursor movement. Pay attention to my cursor. Notice how I move my cursor as I enter this cutscene. Now watch where the cursor is when I enter the next room. It's in the same exact spot where I moved it. We can use this to our advantage. Let me show you another example. I know that in the next room I have to go to, I have to be in this general area. I move my cursor over here, and then when I get into the next area, I can click on it with ease. So now that we have basic movement done and out of the way, let's do a full M-ending run. Before you do anything, and I do mean before you do anything, make sure you go into options and make sure event cut is on. If you see this, event cut is off, turn it to on. This is the only possible way you are able to skip cutscenes. Once you know for sure that event cut is on, we can now start a run. There's some opening cutscenes that you need to skip, simply mash them. First things first, go to this light and turn it on. Then go to the door next to the light and go inside. Click on the severed leg and then leave. Go to the door next to the one you were just at. And then turn on the light. It is critical that you turn on this light. If you do not turn on this light, you cannot do anything in this room. Go to the severed torso, and then go to this cabinet, where we will pick up a key. And then leave. Go to this black door right here. And I like to be a little precise with this movement here. I like to go up here, grab the dining room key, go down here, and then make my way through here, like such. Skip this cutscene. and then look at the severed arm. Once we looked at the severed arm, we go out, and now we are able to go upstairs. Again, I like to be precise with my movement. I like to put my cursor down here and then just kind of glide through like this, and then up. So let's go upstairs. Once upstairs, we go to this door. Skip that cutscene. At this hallway, we go to this door right here. And again, I like to be precise with my movement. I like to put my cursor right about down here, click, and then we will immediately touch the severed head. Once we look at the severed head, we are now Mr. Bates. Once we are Mr. Bates and realize that our amulet is gone, we have to go back to where we found the severed arm to pick up the amulet. So go down here. Go up here. Once again in this room, try to be a little precise with your movement. Go into here. Immediately skip this cutscene when you walk in, and then click on the amulet. Once we have Alyssa's amulet, we go back upstairs to look at a demon idol statue. So we go back into this hallway, and then go into this door. Not this door right here, but this door. Then click on the idol, and then go back into the hallway. Once we're back here, we go back to the room with the severed head. We then go all the way to the back of the room and into the balcony. Once we're in the balcony, go to this door. Immediately skip a few cutscenes here. Okay, so the movement in this room can be a little confusing. It can also be a little challenging. So first things first, move your cursor over to here. In between these two, Alyssa will go to the first cabinet right here. This is the cabinet that you want, where she will pick up a key. Now you have to be a little precise with this movement here. What I like to do, I like to go down here, go a little bit down here, go up, and go to the door. If you do not do that, Alyssa kind of goes into like a weird looping cycle, and you definitely do not want that for runs. Once we have the key, we go all the way back down to where we found the severed arm. There's going to be a cutscene up here. During this cutscene, I like to grab the key, go right over the door, skip the cutscene, and then click on the door. So coming up right now is something very critical. So what you need to do is that you need to skip a cutscene, you need to move the cursor over to Stephanie, aka the little girl, mash X, and then skip another cutscene, and then boom, we're going to be done with the run. So let me just show you really quick. Skip these cutscenes. Move the cursor over to Stephanie, mash this cutscene, and there you go. We just finished a M-ending run. Thank you so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Happy running.